That comes seven. Okay. It has been submitted. So when you're in her office, okay. So this is the thing. They give a directive that count 7 doesn't exist anymore. So that they should amend it, change it. It doesn't exist. I still play to that 740 law.
Yes, it was an error.
It's not an error, big error. So I want them to correct
that. That was one of the motions we asked. That can preach should be set aside.
That's correct.
And it has not been had.
Hello everyone, welcome back my people. Wahala no dey ever finish for this our Naija o. And today matter, this one get as e be. Because what happened at Supreme Court yesterday don send serious shocking waves across the country. Panic everywhere, tension dey rise. And my people, Nnamdi Kanu don drop one bombshell letter wey fit turn the entire case upside down. Make una lis ten to wetin I wan tell now, because today gist no be small one o, as usual. This one hot well well. So according to the fresh update coming from legal source and everywhere, eyewitness around the Supreme Court premises today, Nnamdi Kanu legal team reportedly submitted new letters and documents, and the claim be say these letters contain revelation wey fit end every trial once and for all. The matter scatter social media. Immediately people dey ask, what is inside the letter? Why today? Who the letter dey implicate? My people, this one don cause serious panic. Make I break am down well well for una. When Supreme Court for Nigeria, Abuja, when 20 November, early hours of the morning before they resume hearing, who dey involved? Nnamdi Kanu, his lead counsel, federal government legal representative, several senior advocates, heavy security presence as usual. What happened? His legal team submitted fresh document letter illegally containing classified communication, illegal violation of court orders, reference to previous ruling, and claims bordering on extraordinary rendition, right violation, and procedures branches. Some insider don talk say if these documents are authentic, they will raising constitutional question. The Supreme Court cannot ignore it o. Why e come choke well well where everybody dey involved? Because the document reportedly challenge the foundation of case itself, and if the foundations shake, my people, the whole building dey at risk. See if this letter truly contain what the legal team dey claim, the Supreme Court fit order a retrial or fit dismiss certain charges entirely, or fit redirect the entire legal strategies ongoing forward. My brother, politically, this move fit resonate debate about justice, insensitive tension in Southeast, and put the federal government under more scrutiny. Some analysts don even whisper say this move get political timing. My people, Nigeria no dey ever dull o. As usual, Nigeria no dey ever keep quiet. See some reaction. If this letter na true, then some big men go lose everything, and some big men go lose sleep tonight. Another person come comment say Supreme Court must handle this matter carefully, and mistake fit scatter the whole place. Another person comment again say every time new gist, new twist, Nigeria case pass Nollywood. Another person come add say if justice no come now, e no fit come again o. My people, the tension dey real o. And funny enough, this development dey come just days after growing concern about judicial interference and political pressure in other high profile cases. So e be like say this judiciary don dey under serious microscopic right now. Everything dey connect somehow. My people, make I talk true. This entire slogan don tire Nigeria. Every week, new twist, new accusation, new drama. At this point, even I sef no know who to believe again o. But one thing dey clear, the Supreme Court no fit play with this one o. The whole world dey look their next move. And as I dey talk to una now, justice must not only be done, but e must appear say e dey done. So my people, tell me, my people, do you think this letter will truly change everything, or na just another political distraction? Drop your thought in the comment section. I wan hear una mind clearly on this matter o. Anyway, my people, let me allow you guys to lis ten to some of the videos and hear what people on ground dey talk. E be like say more reaction go still burst out before the day end. Interesting, my people. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe so you no go miss the next update o. Till then, stay safe and stay informed, my people.
Straight to the point so you understand what to expect. Problem 1. The Supreme Court is now trapped by its own ruling. The 2023 Supreme Court ruling is now officially under attack, not from politicians, not from journalists, but from the person whose life and freedom are directly affected. Kanu is not going to the Supreme Court to argue emotions. He is going there with one question. Under which law did you people send me back to trial? That question is dangerous because there is no correct answer. If the court admits it used a repealed law, the judgment becomes invalid. If they refuse to answer, they are confirming the allegation of judicial manipulation. If they try to defend the ruling, they expose a contradiction in the same judgment. No matter how they respond, somebody loses. Problem 2. The November 20th judgment is now uncertain before today. November 20th looked like a sealed date judgment day. Case ending. Court ready. Judge already frustrated. But now everything is open again because the Supreme Court cannot pretend they did not receive a letter from the defendant whose case they ruled on in 2023. The Court of Appeal cannot pretend they are not aware that the Supreme Court ruling is being challenged. And the Federal High Court cannot pretend they don't see that the entire basis of the trial is being questioned. This move introduces procedural confusion, and courts hate confusion. It can lead to adjournment, suspension of judgment, fresh applications, jurisdictional challenges, or even a complete derailment of November 20th entirely. This is why people in the legal circle are saying today was not just a visit or statistics, it was a strategic bombshell. Problem 3. DSS is now exposed publicly. For months, DSS has been denying everything. No, we didn't stop him from filing documents. No, we didn't restrict his access. No, we allow him everything the court permits. But today, in front of cameras, in front of journalists, in front of lawyers, DSS followed him to the Supreme Court. Why is that important? Because it proves two things. 1. Kanu is under extremely tight control. 2. If he has not been filing documents, someone is preventing him. This is exactly what his lawyers have been shouting for weeks. And now the public has seen it with their own eyes. Problem 4. The president's aid statement was not accidental. The presidency rushing to say, Tinubu will not intervene. The case is in court. The president respects the rule of law. Is not a neutral comment. It is a political shield. It means we don't want to be blamed for whatever the court decides. This is exactly how politicians behave when the situation becomes unpredictable. Problem 5. The defense team has built a legal wall around him. The defense is no longer fighting the trial. They are fighting the foundation of the trial. They are saying, this court has no jurisdiction. This law does not exist. This case is built on illegality. This trial cannot continue. They are not contesting facts. They are contesting the legality of the trial itself. And this is where things become dangerous. Because once a case has a jurisdictional problem, no judgment delivered can stand. So what should Nigerians expect on the 20th of November? Let me tell you the truth the mainstream media won't tell you. There are 3 possible outcomes. 1, the judge may suspend the judgment because of the Supreme Court letter and ongoing appeal challenges. 2, the judge may forcefully give the judgment, which risks being overturned later because of procedural errors. 3, or the court may direct that the issues raised must be resolved first before any judgment can be delivered. Any of these will shake the country. Why? Because Kanu's detention has become a symbol, politically, legally, and internationally. The government is under pressure, the judiciary is under scrutiny, the world is watching, and the November 20th judgment is no longer straightforward. Today's visit to the Supreme Court opened a door the government never wanted opened. It forced a conversation they have been avoiding for 2 years. It put a spotlight on the judiciary. It exposed contradictions in the system, and it brought the entire case back to national attention. Whatever happens on November 20th will have consequences far beyond this trial. My people, this is just the beginning.
As a northerner, why do I like the Igbo people? Most of them are resilient and they are courageous. That does not mean you don't have cowards among them. When you say a particular tribe has this character, what it means is that more than 70% of them, they have that character. But you can still have some persons again who do not have such characters. So now this is a region that more than 70% of them are resilient. They are very hardworking. They are courageous. And they love their leader. We in the north, we also love him. Mr. President, I appeal to you. In the interest of national healing, I appeal to you, please, let this case be discontinued so that we can have peace in the southeast. So that we can have peace in the entire country. And it will be to your credit that during your tenure, the southeast was stabilized. It is far better. And the votes you are looking for, you will get it easily without spending money. Because in the case of Nnamdi Kanu, he does not need to give people money. After his invitation, look at what we are going through because of him. Because we believe in him. So that's the appeal to Mr. President. And the president, let me say this, he's a listening president. You'll be shocked that before 20 this case will be considered. Because I wrote a letter to President Tinubu, less than a month, he replied. I was shocked. How is this possible? That's the president of over 200 million people. How is it? I have written letters to governors. For more than 2-3 months, they have not replied. And you, as the president of the entire country, you are replying in less than a month. How do you do this? So that's why I'm using this medium to appeal to President Tinubu. There's no need for this case to continue like this again. Let it come to an end. Political settlement is the best way so that we can have peace in the country.
What do you say to those who argue that Kanu detention is illegal under international law? Some others say that he's a terrorist, all kinds of allegations. What is the truth? Given the little you know about him, your interaction with him in the last 2 months while in detention, what do you think?
I think by my little exposure and my stay in the north and in some other parts of the country where I have had cause to listen to persons who have directly or indirectly met with terrorists, I should know one when I see a terrorist. A terrorist will not be talking about peace. I was shocked when I met with Nnamdi Kanu. He was always emphasizing about peace and justice. So a terrorist will not want people to live peacefully. A terrorist, you see, there are some things I don't want to reveal because of the security implication. But because there are some persons in detention that anytime they have opportunity, because not all the time they bring you out, when they have opportunity to see Nnamdi Kanu, the Fulani girl that the first time I met her in that detention was when I saw her with Nnamdi Kanu. She had gone there to complain, to ask for favor. So I was shocked. Why is this? Yeah, because they don't usually allow that. That's one good thing about the DSS facility. They don't allow that at all. But the girl was to be taken out for medication. So she saw Nnamdi Kanu and quickly started talking to her because she doesn't speak English fluently, and there was a gap in communication. So I had to come in. I realized that she has more confidence in Nnamdi Kanu than even her own father. By the way she was talking, Mazi was consoling her that do this. He said she was even complaining that she has stayed here for a long time. She doesn't want. She was talking about even committing suicide. Mazi was consoling and telling her what to do. That's the kind of, if a terrorist will not bring, I'm talking about a Fulani lady, and they are virtually all tribes you find there. Everybody in the detention facility rallies around Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and the way he was always speaking to me, a terrorist will not be talking like that. And okay, another thing again, on a Salah day, that Salah I spent in detention, the big Salah, I as a Muslim, I felt irritated. But even Mazi, he doesn't, he tolerates all of these things. Because on that Salah day, during the celebration, the Muslims usually shout Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, but they were shouting. So I was calling them. You see, this detention facility, they are Muslims, they are Christians, they are others. Aside that, you don't have, it's not, even if they are all of us are Muslim, you don't have to shout and disturb others. At this particular time, some persons want to sleep, some persons wants to just sit down quietly. You cannot be shouting like this. But throughout, for the 3 days that happened in the detention facility, he will not complain. Instead, those who want to come, because when people have problem, they run to him, not even to DSS officers who are supposed to take care of us. He will tell them, no, it's just for a short period of time. Just be patient. When you live with people, you have to tolerate them. I was angry, but he was calming others down, because me, I was also telling those that were invited, no, you don't have the right to shout. We are all here. Even if all of us are even Muslims, you don't shout. Some persons will want to sleep. But because I lead prayers in the detention facility also, but some persons, most problems that we have in this country is as a result of ignorance. But they couldn't challenge me because they know that I am a Muslim, and I also one of their leaders, even in the detention facility, because I lead prayers. Then it was when I came that we started even doing the Friday Juma prayers. But I told them that if you want to worship God, you don't have to disturb another person. That any act of worship where another person will feel injured or another person's peace will be taken away, that is not an act of worship that will be rewarded. Now we don't have to raise our voices. In fact, even when I do recitation, I bring my voice down so that it doesn't disturb others. And so I was always telling that this is how a religion should be practiced. It should not be a source of problem to people. But Mazi was not complaining. So if he's a terrorist, I have not seen anything that will make me. That's why I believe in him. I believe in him 100%, more than I believe in my state governor, more than I believe in virtually all Nigerian leaders. And that's why I am out. That's why I have been going through all of these things, and that's why I'm appealing. You see, of course, I don't have access to him now, but I can tell you that because I know the kind of person that he is. Mazi, as a courageous man, he listens to his followers. He knows I love him, and I know he loves me. So for that reason, once he is released, I'll go and appeal to him. That the same way you told me to play along, I played and I have been released. When I was released, I went on air to appeal to Mr. President for your case to be discontinued. I know you are a strong man, but because of those of us who love you and want to see you outside, please stop so and so, discuss with Mr. President, and see how this thing can be resolved amicably. I am very sure Mazi will listen to me, because he is a listening person. We argue with him on certain things, and he's very vast. So that is the reason why I am coming out now to make this appeal and to tell Nigerians that and all those listening to us that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not a terrorist. He's not a criminal. His only problem is that he's fearless and courageous. He hates injustice. He used to tell me, he usually tell me, he will speak in Igbo and translate to me. You see, this is a proverb in Igbo language. That I remember a particular word that he told me, that in their place, when a child is beaten by his parents, is being beaten by his parents, and the child runs to an elder, yes, that elder now serve as a shield, so that the parents will not continue to beat again. And also that if anybody is being molested, it is the responsibility of others to come out and stand for the person who is being molested, so that you don't keep quiet when a particular person is being humiliated. That he will speak in, he said that this is a proverb in Igbo language, and then he will translate that this is it. So there are so many things he told me, so that these things are not allowed. These things these are the things that are not good, and society must condemn acts of injustice. And that's why, and he demonstrated that, and he's still demonstrating that in the detention facility where he is. As I speak to you, if not because of the professionalism of the DSS officers who are close to him, I can tell you that all of them, if you ask them, those that are close to him, that work close to him, all of them, no exception, will say that they should release him. All of them, they like him. The way they interact with him, you see that they like him. Everybody that detention facility, they will want him to go, but they will miss him. All. You have virtually all tribes in that detention facility, but all want him to go. All are saying he's a good man. I use those who don't know him, are they now saying that all the people who are with him don't have their reasoning and their thinking is bad? Everybody in that detention facility, I let the DSS conduct a survey. Everybody will say Nnamdi Kanu is a good man. The Igbos will say the same. Yorubas will say the same thing. The Fulanis will say the same thing. The Hausas will say the same thing. I met him just for how many days. See how I am passionate about him now. I'm among those who are his members already. Anywhere he goes, that is where I go, because I know he's a good leader. You see, you will always want to be by somebody who will not betray you, somebody that you know that will always stand for you. One of the things my family members told me that you should be happy that you were detained, because at least you have got to meet Nnamdi Kanu. So that because when I went back home, I told them that I had a wonderful discussion with Mazi. That means this is a blessing now. If you are able to, now are you sure? See, I'm sure that somebody that I know very well that this. I told them the story about Nnamdi Kanu. That was when I was going to protest during the last protest, and because a lot of my family members entertained fears that it was going to be that the security will clamp down on us. But I say no. If you cannot betray somebody who stood by you, who is a good person, we just pray for you. Whatever happens, go. Not because of what I told them about him. So Nnamdi Kanu is not a terrorist, and based on he was kidnapped from Kenya. Also, I think he was kidnapped. Why should you kidnap somebody and bring the person to Nigeria to come and try? And even in Nigeria, I think there was a judgment that was given that he should be released and a compensation paid. Why was that judgment not carried out? So this thing has nothing to do with law. It is pure political witch hunt, and that's why we want Mr. President to just end it.